3rd, and welcome back to the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood, where we have been playing as Merrick Lightfoot, and we are trying to gain entry or admittance into the Thieves Guild. But to do so, we need to steal a leaf from the Tree of Seasons. So we entered the leaf riding tournament as a cover to do so. And yesterday we got into the castle and got to explore around. We got some loot, took a little damage from a fire trap, and we have now made our way to the throne room, where hopefully we will be able to steal a leaf. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into that. So we'll tear this off. And we have Saturday 3rd and Sunday the 4th of February, which is Stars Day and Sun's Day of Snowsend. And, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. We've got some kind of weird looking creatures that are, some are emerging from the ground. And then maybe I guess they're all emerging from the ground. But I also see what appears to be like a. Oh, that's the throne. That looked a little bit like a doorway in that tree, but I think that's the throne. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I suppose we are going to have to fight these guys off. I wonder what they're here for. I imagine they're not also here to try to steal a leaf. So, let's see. Maybe we'll learn what they're up to. Okay, so the page says, you've arrived at the throne room, where you can finally take a leaf from the Tree of Seasons. Once you enter, you are shocked to discover several insects have emerged from a tunnel in the floor. Oh, root rot! They turn to attack you. Okay, so let's begin with this. So we do have our Brawnberry, but that's, I believe, just a strength check, so we can't use that for anything. We have our Void Bolt, which allows us to once per page add a d4 to a single attack roll. So if we think we may have hit with that, we can do that. And then if we ever roll a nat 1 on the d20, we can re-roll it. Okay, let's get into it. So let's make our first attack roll against insect number 1. Okay, an 11. And we are +1 for 12. That feels decent. I've been using red for this most of the time. So, an attack of 12. And then we have damage, which is a d10. Damage of 10. Love it. I'm sure that'll be enough. And then our defense roll of 11. And we are +3, so that's 14, which I also expect is enough. Okay. So, enemy 1, it says the insect tries to headbutt you with a sharp horn on its head. And its defense is 12, so we just barely hit, but we do. Its health is 4, so we easily vanquish it. Its attack was 11. Its standard damage was 2, and its partial damage was 1. Okay, so we are able to vanquish insect number 1. Let's attack insect number 2. So our attack roll, that's a 12, which +1 is a 13, so that's better than last time. Then we'll roll our damage here. Only 2. So I think I'm just gonna decide now. I'm gonna use the Void Bolt here. So we get to. Oh no, that's an attack roll, not damage. So I can't do that. So yeah, we're just stuck with 2 damage. So I would bet that will not be enough, but we'll see. So let's make our defense roll. And it was a 16, so +3 is 19. So that'll definitely be high enough to at least only take partial damage. Okay, let's see. So the attack is 13, was their defense. So we do hit. Their health was 3, though. So yeah, 2 was not enough. So we will take damage. Their attack was 8, and our defense of 19 crushes that. Full damage was 2, and partial damage was 1. Alright, so we take 1 damage, going down to 4. Alright. Lovely. Okay, now let's do the last one. So we'll make the attack roll. All right, we rolled a 14, which is plenty high, I bet. So 14 plus 1 is 15. There we go. Then we roll damage, which is our d10 here. 5, I bet that's enough. Okay, and then a defense roll. And a 14. Alright, so 17. So our defense rolls were all pretty good. And even our attack rolls weren't bad. Okay, so the last enemy has a defense of 8, so we definitely hit. It has a health of 5, so we just barely kill it. But we do. And it had an attack of 13, which we would have defended against. It had full damage of 1 and partial damage of 0. Okay. It says the insect hovers in the air and throws rocks at you that were dug up from the ground. Oh, I see. And it's cool that the art does even depict one that's very much hovering in the air. That's cool. Okay, so we do not take damage there. It says if you killed 2 enemies, we collect a d4 of amber, which we do and did. So let's do that. Okay, that's a 3. So that puts us up to 13 amber, which is a lot of money. 13. Okay. And then that is the end of the Saturday page. I don't see any loot. Also, I mean, how could we loot when we're in the middle of combat? But I don't see any little hidden icons. I hope I'm not missing them, but I don't see any. So the last thing we have to do is the Sunday lottery. So we'll go ahead and roll our d6. I believe the last time we did this, we lost some amber, so let's hope not to repeat that. A 6. That is certainly not losing it. I think we get 4 amber on a 6, but let's double check here. Yes, a 6. Gain 4 amber. So that puts us up to 17 amber. Lovely. All right. All right. And I believe this will be the first character that we don't end with a boon floating, like available to us. Maybe one other one, but we definitely had a lot of boons with some of the other characters waiting to be used. All right. Well, Merrick was a lot of fun, and we're leaving very much on a cliffhanger, like we did with the previous character, Cora, I believe was her name. Is that right? Yes, Cora. Where Cora had just entered the Leaf Rider tournament, and then we cut to the next character. So we'll have to see what happens with Merrick here in a bit. This was our 5th character, so I believe we just have one more that we will play next week, and then we will have to decide who we are going to play with going forward. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.